Good day mga anak, good day mga estudyante. Yung araw nito ay tatalakayin natin ang bagong topic natin sa Math 7, third quarter. So our topic today is all about the classification of quadrilaterals. So to start with, let's define the quadrilaterals. A quadrilateral is a two-dimensional figure with four sides and four angles, as you can see on your screen. And also, the word part quad means four and lateral means sides. So, review lang po natin yung ilan sa mga topic natin last time. So, last week, we've talked about the triangles. So, with a plane figure with three sides. So, ayun po. Ngayon, we're now on the quadrilaterals. So, to understand more about in our topic, let's proceed. So, in real life, these are the quadrilaterals that we are being familiar. Tulad nito, yung des, yung sign, road sign, ayan po. And this one, yan, sa flooring. And this one, yung wall ng bahay. And ito, yung biscuit. Ayan po, yung cookies. So, there are lots of example about the quadrilaterals. So, for us to understand the cycle of the quadrilaterals, so check po natin ito. So, this. So, we have the quadrilaterals here. Based on the definition itself, it has four sides and particularly it has four angles. Ito po yan, angles niyan. Ito, four angles po yan. So, mamaya mapapansin niyo po, gagawin ulit po ni Sir yan for you to understand more about our topic. So below the quadrilaterals, we have the parallelogram. Yan. And below the parallelogram, we have the rectangle. And on the sides of the parallelogram, we have the kite. And below the kite, we have rhombus. And in between rectangle and rhombus, we have square. On the other sides of the quadrilateral, separated, we have trapezoids. So, below trapezoids, we have the isosceles trapezoids. So, when we say isosceles trapezoid, two sides of the trapezoid is congruent. So, for us to understand more about our topic today, let's proceed. So, in here, the classifications of quadrilateral starts with parallelogram. Let's start with parallelogram. So let's define first the parallelogram itself. Parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral that has opposite sides are equal and parallel. So let's have this one para ma-visualize po ninyo. When we say opposite sides are parallel and equal. So this one is equal. Let's say AB or are parallel rather. AB is parallel to CD. Yeah. And let's say this one Let's have marker here. AC is parallel to BD. Okay. So, in here, it says here that the opposite angles are congruent daw po. So, para malaman nyo po, ito po yung marker. Ayan. Congruent daw po iyan yung opposite angles. Okay. Yan po ay congruent. And this one, ito po ay congruent naman po dito. Ayan. Titingnan niyo po yung marker ng angles. Ayan po. So, remember this. The sum of the measure of the interior angle of quadrilateral is 360 degrees. While, sa last topic natin, yung sum ng measure of interior angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. In here naman, 360 degrees naman po tayo. Parang dalawang ulit ng triangle. So, for us to understand more, let's proceed. Rectangle. So, another classification of quadrilateral is rectangle. So, let's define the rectangle. A rectangle is a quadrilateral with 4 right angles and its opposite sides are equal and parallel. So, just like the marker we have a while ago. So, ito yan. Equal po daw yan si EF and si GH. And si EG ay equal din kay FH. Ayan po. So, it says here na parallel din daw sila. So, parallel din. So, pwede nating lagyan ng marker na gantiyan. Ito po. Parallel po iyan. Ayan. So, ayan po. Parallel and equal sides. Let's define the rectangle. On the definition itself, sa properties, EF is equal to GH and EG is equal to FH. That refers to equal sides. Tulad po ng marker po na nakikita ninyo. And EF is parallel to GH and EG is parallel to FH. That refers to parallel sides. So, para ma-visualize po natin, let's put measures. Length measures po natin. Segment EF or the EF is 8 cm. Then, GH is 8 cm also. If EG is equal to 4 cm, then therefore, the FH is 4 cm too. Ayan po. Let's define the properties of the rectangle. So, let's proceed po tayo for more informations po about the quadrilateral classifications. So, the next one is the kite. So, let's define kite. A quadrilateral with exactly 2 pairs of congruent consecutive sides. Ayan po. Sabi daw, a quadrilateral with exactly 2 pairs of congruent consecutive sides. So, let's have this one. In the figure, as you can see, there were markers there. It says here that the AB is equal to AC. Pareho po daw yan ng measures in length. BD is equal to CD, also equal in measures. So for us to visualize it, let's put some measures in AB. If AB is 3 cm, then AC is 3 cm too. On the other hand, if BD is 5 cm, then CD is 5 cm too. So that's define the properties of the kite. So let's proceed for more updates. Next is rhombus. So let's define rhombus. A parallelogram with 4 congruent sides and its diagonals are perpendicular. So in the figure here, as you can see, so if you still remember this yellow squares on the middle, yung four yellow squares, that's indicate right angle. Ayan po yan. Kaya yan ay perpendicular, nabanggit. So, it says here that the four sides of the rhombus is equal. Let's say AB is equal to AC is equal to BD and is equal to CD. So whatever the measures AB is the same with the measures of AC, BD, and CD. So ito po siya. AD is perpendicular to BC. So makita niyo po yun dahil we have right angle on the middle part, yung apat na parisukat na nagbibigay ng measure ng 90 degrees. Kaya yan ay perpendicular. Ano man sa dalawa ang mauna ay pwede naman po. Because they were perpendicular. So next, proceed po tayo. Square. A parallelogram with four congruent sides. And it has four right angles in corner. Ayun. So, as you can see on the figure here, square ABCD rather, or the quadrilateral ABCD is a square whenever the parallelogram are with four congruent sides and four right angles in corners tulad po na nakikita po ninyo sa screen. So, let's say AB is equal to AC equals to BD and equals to CD. So let's put some measures in AB. If AB is 5 centimeters, then the other sides given, AC, BD, and CD are also 5 centimeters. And that's the way on how to classify and define squares. Ayan po. So, just like the previous one, so pwede natin lagyan yan ng marker na equal po yan. Because sa square, all sides are congruent or equal in measures. Ayan po. So let's proceed. Trapezoids. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral that has exactly one pair of parallel sides, as you can see in the figure. So we have quadrilateral ABCD, whose trapezoids itself. Kung mapapansin nyo, may marker po tayo dito. Ang marker na po ito ay tinatawag na parallel po siya sa quadrilateral na ito. Ayan po, kung mapapansin nyo po, still remember. It says here that the AB is parallel to CD. Ayan po yun, parallel po daw sila. Okay, about the other types of trapezoids, we have a trapezoid with a special case. A trapezoid is a isosceles if and only if its legs are congruent. As you can see, there were marker here. Ito, makikita niyo po ito, marker. So, we already know that the trapezoids that has one pair of parallel sides. Tulad po na nakita po ninyo doon sa previous natin. Tulad nitong aking binibilugan. Ayan po. So, it says here that it is a isosceles trapezoids whenever the two sides or legs rather of a trapezoids are equal. Ayan po. Isosceles trapezoid po ang tawag po doon. So let's say AB is parallel to CD. In this case, AC is equal to BD or congruent or equal in measures. So yun po ang ilan sa mga dapat po natin tandaan. And that's define the properties of trapezoids and its special kinds, just like the isosceles trapezoids. So let's proceed. So reminders, a square can also be called a rhombus, a rectangle, a parallelogram, and a quadrilateral. Tulad po na nakita niyo po sa diagram na nakita pinakita po sa inyo nitong mga naunang slides. And next is a rectangle is also be called a parallelogram and a quadrilateral. A rhombus can also be called a parallelogram and a quadrilateral. A parallelogram can also be called a quadrilateral. And a trapezoid is a quadrilateral and not a parallelogram. Dagdag lamang po iyon. So for us to try what we have learned, let's proceed po tayo. So we're going to apply the properties and the concepts of the quadrilateral and its classifications for us to test our learning. So let's proceed. So we have here the examples, the particular examples applying the classifications and properties of quadrilaterals. So in here, we're going to take it one by one. So we are asked here to find the measure of each angle indicated. So, tandaan nyo lamang po ito, that the angle measures of the interior angle of quadrilateral is exactly 360 degrees. So, in here, we're going to apply the particular properties of quadrilateral classification. So, yung iba, mabivisualize kagad natin at yung iba talagang kailangan po natin daanin po sa paisa-isa. So, tingnan po natin ito. So, let's have here. In number 1, we have quadrilateral ABCD, which is a kind of rhombus. Rhombus po ito. So, tingnan natin. So, we have here 112 degrees and 112 degrees here. Ang rhombus ay isang parallelogram. At ang sinabi daw, ang opposite angles po nila ay equal. Ayan po, equal po sila, di ba? Ayan. So, 112 degrees to, ito 112 degrees, and if it is 68 degrees, and its opposite sides is the angle x, so the measure of the angle x is also 68 degrees, because it defines on the parallelogram properties that the opposite angles are congruent. So we could say that the angle x is 68 degrees in measure. So, ganun po siya kadali. In-apply lang po natin yung rules o yung properties. So, next one naman, quadrilateral EFGH is a isosceles trapezoid. Why? Because we already know that this is a trapezoid with equal sides or congruent sides. Ayan po. So, let's say, tawag po dito. So, we already know that on the properties of isosceles triangle, yung dalawang base po daw nila ay magkatumbas ng measure. Ngayon, kung bagbabasihan po natin yung properties ng sa triangle, yung mga na-discuss natin last time, kung itong si angle y ay base na kapareho ni angle 54 degrees o ni 54 degrees, dahil sila ay parehong base, we could say that the angle y is equal also to 54 degrees. Dahil po sila yung base. Ayun po, nakuha po natin 54 degrees. Take note, hindi po ito parallelogram ha. Dahil sa parallelogram, yung opposite side po nila ay congruent. Pero dito sa trapezoid, hindi po. Ang mangyayari po dito, pagdating sa trapezoid, yung opposite side niya ay supplementary. Pag sinabi natin supplementary, ito po ay sumusukat ng 180 degrees. Ayan po, 180 degrees. Para mapatunayan, subukan po natin. Okay, since nalaman natin si angle y ay katumbas 54 degrees, dahil sila ay base, okay na po. Next, dahil doon naman sa upper part base, ito kasi ay lower base, ito ay upper part base. At nasabi naman natin, pareho ng konsepto. Kung si 126 degrees ay parehong base ni angle x, we could say that the angle x is also 126 degrees based doon sa definitions ng properties o ng properties mismo na isosceles trapezoids. So, 126, ito, si angle x. Kahit sinabi kanina na supplementary yung opposite angles, pansinin nyo po, 126 plus 54 is 180 degrees. Ayan po. Kaya po yan ay nasabing supplementary angles. Kung sukat ng 180 degrees. Nangyayari po yan pagdating sa trapezoids. Pagdating naman sa parallelogram, yung opposite angles ay congruent or equal in angle measures. So for us to test more about the properties of the classifications of quadrilaterals, let's proceed. So I do hope so na nakuha niyo po iyan. Next naman ay ito. So example number 3, we are asked to find the measure of each angle indicated. Ayan po. So, kung mapapansin niyo po sa figure, tingnan niyo po ito, we have 4 square here, yung nasa corner, that indicates that the angle measure is 90 degrees or right angle po iyan. So, kung yan ay right angle, yan ay may 90 degrees in measure. Tama po ba? Yan po. 90 degrees na yan. Ayan. Ayan po. Tulad po nakita nyo, angle OBD. OBD. Nasa gitna si B, kaya 90 degrees. Angle BDY. Angle BDY. 90 degrees. Ayan po. Ngayon naman, si angle DYO. Ayan. Angle BYO. 59 degrees. Kung mapapansin nyo po, laging nasa gitna yung dinidefine. Tulad ito ng OBD. Ayan. Angle OBD, 90 degrees. Angle BDY. Si D ay nasa gitna, 90 degrees. Si DYO, 59 degrees. Ayan po. And then, the unknown is the angle x. Ayan po yung x degrees. So, ito po tayo. On the definition itself ng quadrilateral, ang sum daw ng interior angle na yan ay katumbas ng 360 degrees. Ayan po. Ayan. Kaya ito ay naka 360 degrees. Pag pinag-add mo po yung mga angles na yan. So, let's substitute the angle OBD as 90 degrees, the angle BDY as 90 degrees, the angle DYO as 59 degrees, plus angle X as X degrees dahil wala pa naman po siyang measure, and be equal to 360 degrees. To sum up these angles, it is 239. So, and for us to solve the angle X, we are going to deduct 239 degrees to both sides, and after the process, we obtain that the angle X is equal to 121 degrees. Ayan po. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung tulad na nabanggit kanina ni Sir, ayan, ayan, 121 degrees. Ayan po. Ayan. Okay, nga pala dito, may dagdag lamang po si Sir. Hindi po sa lahat ng pagkakataon, pagdating sa trapezoid, ay may apply po natin yung supplementary. Ayan po. Hindi po sa lahat ng pagkakataon. Sa opposite, hindi po sa lahat. Hindi po sa lahat ng pagkakataon. Pero, sa ibang example ng supplementary, ay ng trapezoid, you could say that these paired angles is a supplementary. Ayan po yan. Ayan po. Ayan. Nangyayari lamang po ito dahil tayo po ay mayroong right angles na naka-indicate po rito. But if there is no right angle na nandito, pwede po yung nabanggit kong properties sa trapezoid na yung nagko-cross o yung opposite. But in here, makikita niyo naman po. Ayan. For us to understand about this, so proceed po tayo. At ito na po yung isa sa mga yon. Ayan. So try out number 1, we're asked to solve for x and identify the quadrilaterals. So ito nilagay ko na po. So first one, it is a trapezoid. So just like the last example. And the second one is a rhombus. Ayan po. So we're asked to solve this in a step-by-step processes. So let's proceed po natin. So we're given a 1 minute para po sa mga figures na po ito na ating sasagutan. So, time starts po. So dito gagamitin po natin po yung properties ng trapezoid at halos kahalintulad po siya ng last example because kung mapapansin nyo meron po tayong marker na 90 degrees. 90 degrees po yan. Meron po dito dalawang way kung paano i-solve po ito pero ipapakita ko po sa inyo step by step at mamaya ipapakita ko rin po sa inyo yung alternative. Ayan po. So meron pa po tayong ilang mga sandali to solve it on your own para malaman po natin. So there you go. And the answer is this one. Ito yung operations po. So ito yung step by step. So we already know that the interior sum or the sum of the interior angles of the quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So ang ginawa natin yung patulad ng proseso ng nauna na ng mga last example po natin. So we substitute the given angle measures. Angle x is unknown and meron na po tayong dalawang right angle, 90 degrees plus 90 degrees plus 76 degrees. And if we're going to sum up this, katumbas po siya ng 360 degrees. So sum up is equal to 256 degrees, b equal to 360 degrees. To solve for the angle x, we're going to deduct 256 degrees both sides. And after the process, we obtain that the angle x is equal to 104 degrees. So 104 degrees yan. So ganun pa rin yung process o yung konsepto. Yan. Kung mapapansin nyo, kung si angle x ay 104 at ito ay 76, pag pinag-add nyo po yan, yan ay supplementary angles na siyang gamit na gamit po sa properties ng classification of quadrilaterals tulad ng trapezoid. The next one ay ito po, another 1 minute po para po masagutan po natin. So, dyan po, i-apply naman po natin yung properties mismo ng rhombus. Ayan po. So, that's it. So, the solutions and the answers for the second example, or try out rather, is this one. So, kung mapapansin po ninyo, itong dalawang ito ay 105 degrees and 105 degrees. So, hindi tulad ng naunang example, ginamit natin yung konsepto ng quadrilaterals and the sum of its angle measures ay 360 degrees. Dito gagamitin po natin yung konsepto ng opposite angles. Ayan. Dahil ito ay trapezoid, hindi applicable po iyon. So dito gagamit po tayo ng opposite angles. Sabi daw sa parallelogram, ang opposite angles po niya ay equal or congruent in angle measure. So let's have the 9x plus 12 be equal to 75 degrees. Ayan. Tulad po nakikita po ninyo. So in here, so 9x degrees plus 12 degrees minus 12 degrees equals to 75 degrees minus 12 degrees. As you can see, nagdeduct po tayo ng 12 degrees both sides. And after the process, we obtained that the 9x degrees is equal to 63 degrees. So syempre, multiplicative inverse ni 9 ay 1 over 9. Multiply both sides para ma-solve po natin si x. And after the process, we obtained that the angle x is equal to 7 degrees. Ayan po. So, since we are asked to solve the value of x, then therefore, the angle x is equal to, or the part of the x is equal to 7 or 7 degrees. So, if we're going to solve it, or counter-check natin yan, 9 times 7 is 63 plus 12, 75 degrees, na siyang namang pasok doon sa properties ng rhombus. Ayun po, tulad po na nakita niyo po ang marker. So, let's proceed for more tryout. So, let's have this one. So, tryout number 2, ito po tayo. If the measure of angle GEM, ito po, GEM, ito po, iyan. Yan, angle GEM is equal to B plus 12 and angle EMS, ayan po, angle EMS is equal to 4B plus 18, ayan po. Find the angle of the parallelogram in GEMS or the parallelogram GEMS. Ayan po. So, tulad na nakita nyo yung properties kanina ng ating mga konsepto na ginamit natin, kasama ang mga properties ng mga classification of quadrilaterals, gagamitin po natin iyon para masolve po ito. Since tayo po ay nasa parallelogram, gagamitin po natin yung opposite. Okay po, yung opposite side niya. Okay, para ma-solve po natin. So, we are given here a 1 minute time para po ma-solve po ito. And start na po natin. So kung kanina sa parallelogram o sa uri ng mga parallelogram tulad ng square, rectangle, rhombus at even kite, ginagamit po natin yung opposite angles na congruent sila. Dito, since ito ay parallelogram, gagamitin din po natin yung konsepto na yun at medyo lawakan lang po natin ating imaginations for us to solve this. Later on po, malalaman nyo po iyon. So, lagyan po natin ng marker po ito. Isa pa, kasi ito ay kaiba ang sukat kumpara dito sa kabila. Kaiba po ng sukat yan. Ayan po. So, that's it. The time is up. So, the solutions and the answer is this one. So, on the solutions, so recopy lang natin. Ito na. Angle GEM o angle GEM is equal to B plus 12 and angle EMS is equal to 4B plus 18. And that's defined supplementary angles. Ito po yung GEM. Ito po. GEM yung nasa gitna. Ayan. And EMS, they are supplementary supplementary angles. Ayan. So, when we say supplementary angles, tulad na ng ating napag-aralan doon sa angle pair sa triangle, they are angles measuring 180 degrees. Ayan. So, since we have angle GEM and angle EMS, substitute lang po natin sila as P plus 12 degrees plus 4B plus 18 degrees and equals 180 degrees. Nakinopila lang ulit natin. And the process, i-add natin sila. B plus 4B is 5B. 12 degrees plus 18 degrees is equal to 30 degrees equals 180 degrees. Okay, so for to separate the angles and the unknown, so we're going to deduct 30 degrees to both sides, and tulad po na nakita ninyo, and ito na. We have pi b equal to 150 degrees. For us to solve for b, we're going to multiply the multiplicative inverse of the 5, which is 1 over 5 to both sides. And after the process, we obtain that dB is equal to 30 degrees in angle measure. Ayan po, maliwanag na. So since we have angle GAM is equal to phi P plus 12, and since we solve for B as 30 degrees, so ang gagawin na lang po natin dyan, substitute natin si 30 kay B. Ayan. Ito po nakita nyo. 30 plus 12 is 42. And the angle measure of angle GEM or angle GAM is 42 degrees. Tulad po nakita po ninyo. So meaning to say, angle GEM ito. So angle GEM is 42 degrees. Ayan. 42 degrees yan yung angle measure na yan. Ayan po. Ayan. Di po ba? Ito ay pareho ng sukat. Opposite. So, meaning to say, ito ay 42 degrees. Ayan po. 42 degrees po din yan. O para mapatunayan, ito po siya. Sabi, ito po, angle GEM is equal to angle GSM. GSM. Ayan po. GSM. Pareho po sila, kaya yan ay 42 degrees. Ngayon naman, solve po natin si angle EMS. Ayan po. Yung isa sa mga konsepto ay ginagamitan po ng supplementary angles at yung isa naman ay yung ginagamitan ng step by step po. So ito po tayo. Dahil meron na po tayong B. Angle EMS is equal to 4B plus 18. Substitute natin si B as 30, tulad po na nakita ninyo. 4 times 30 is 120, plus 18 is 138 degrees. So, meaning to say, the EMS ay 138 degrees. Ayan po, 138 degrees. So, dahil ito naman ay opposite, itong angle na yan at may marker nakikita ninyo, we could say that this is 138 degrees. 138 degrees in angle measures na siyang nabanggit doon sa properties ng parallelogram. Para mapatunayan po natin, tingnan po natin. So ito po tayo. Angle EMS is equal to angle EMS is equal to angle SGE. Ayan po, tulad yung marker nakita po ninyo. So that is why they are 138 degrees in angle measure. So that's it. Nasagot po natin yung angle measures given yung itong mga angle measure na po ito at nasolve po natin siya ng paisa-isa. So, ito po yung ilan sa mga dapat yung tandaan. Be familiar and be particular sa paggamit ng mga classifications and properties po ng quadrilateral para makapag-solve po tayo. And then, tandaan niyo po yung mga supplementary and the supplementary angles and yung angle measures ng quadrilateral angles. Quadrilaterals. Ayan po. Tandaan niyo po ang mga iyon. The angle measures of the quadrilateral angle sa interior part ay 360 degrees. When we say naman supplementary angles, ito ay 180 degrees na siyang ating lagi nababanggit ng mga naunang topic po natin. So, this is the second one. So, proceed po tayo. So, ito po ang ating gagawin. Ngayong Tuesday, we're asked to solve for this and apply the classifications of quadrilaterals for us to obtain and be able to answer this problem. So it says here if PEAK is a rectangle with PS yung nasa gitna, hindi lang po nailagay. This is PS. Ayan. And PS is 7x minus 8. Ayan po. Hanggang dyan lang yan. Hanggang kay S. And SA, sabi daw, SA is 5x plus 2 centimeter. Ayan. We're asked to find what is KE. Itong kahabaan po ito. What is KE? So, madali na po iyan. Gamitin lang po natin yung properties ng rectangle under parallelogram para ma-solve po natin siya. Ayan. So, firstly, solve for x. Ayan. Siyempre, right after you solve for x, substitute the value of x. And then, after you substitute the value of x, sum up it for us to solve for the KE. Ayan po. And next one, para sa last activity po ninyo, sa ating third quarter, ito na po, sa activity 9, sa activity sheets, solving problems involving sides and angles of a polygon. Ito na po yung pinagsama-sama. Okay, if you are familiar with the properties used in triangle, gamit na gamit din po dito yan, as well as the vertical angles, supplementary angles, and ito yung kasalukuyang ating diniscuss na quadrilateral. Magagamit po natin mga konseptong yon para masagutan po natin ito ng paisa-isa. Okay, so with that, maraming salamat po sa pakikinig at sana't makatulong po ito sa inyo. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Gawin niyo na rin po, hit niyo na rin po yung notifications para po sa mga bagong mga videos na ating i-upload. And please do comment if you can para po mag-request ng mga tutorial tulad po nito para makatulong sa inyong pagsasagot. And with that, thank you for listening and God bless everyone.